Welcome, another episode of Selling Hobson by the Pound. This is the test pressings offering this week. Got a little bit of a mixture of things here. This is an original mono copy of Vladimir Horowitz, 25th anniversary of his American debut. Actual recording, Carnegie Hall recital, February 25th, 1953. So this is an early mono recording. And what I love about this, a couple things, is that it's got this beautiful little book in it. The kind of the representation of the bill and the stage bill, and then they've got some about the recording on the back, and it's a beautiful little insert. And announcing the third revised, they've got a little opera booklet in here, so they got some ephemerate stuff. But you know what's cool about this is literally, for this being a, almost 70-year-old issue, almost 70 years ago recording, probably came out later in 1953 or 54 or whatever. I mean, this set is absolutely stunning. And I just looked at the copies of the record mono, of course, but they are incredibly shiny and just really beautiful. So I seem to remember listening to a bit of this, and it's just, Horowitz was such a great player. So I spent a lot of time on this LM6014, but this is a really special copy that is, it's as new as you can get for something that's nearly 70 years old. Here's a box set from Mercury, Living Presence. It's the Tchaikovsky Four Suites for Orchestra, the first complete recording apparently with Antal Dorati. Let's see, it's SR3 9018. I think this is one of some repute, and it's a really nice copy. Now we're into more. Remember, I've been working through the EMIs in my collection, which I have thousands of, having collected those from trips, as I mentioned earlier, to the UK in the 90s and 2000s. Some actually in the 80s as well. Here's Schifra Favorites. So this is a library copy of this rare first pressing white and gold label. Very good with a small amount of surface noise that does not distract from the big lush piano sound, perfectly recorded by EMI. There's your white and gold label. Rare record. Can't find these anymore. Here's Beethoven Symphony No. 2. In D, incidental music to the ruins of Athens. Beecham in the Royal Philharmonic, another white and gold, insanely rare first pressing, white and gold label. Beecham and Royal Phil delivering exciting Beethoven performances captured perfectly by the EMI recording team. This copy has very quiet surfaces. It is unlikely there exists a better copy than this one, even with an occasional tick. Amazing top to bottom, top recommendation. Remember, I think that I don't get any higher than that. So these are the heart of some of the real collectibles that I have. Here's Stanislav Richter, Beethoven, so solo piano, Sonata 17, The Tempest. Beautiful copy of Richter, solo piano recordings, first pressing, white and gold label. Plays VG Plus with slight surface noise that never distracts from the big lush recording by EMI team. The sound is in the room, I call it. And Richter is amazing. Top recommendation. Very rare. Here's second issue, the Big Dog label. Big lush sound on this dog label, early pressing with very quiet surfaces. Vocals are stunning. This is the Beethoven Mass in C with Beecham and the Beecham Choral Society. He's conducting the Royal Philharmonic. So yeah, I say wow sound. Oh, gets a wow sound from me. Here's Beecham doing his favorite overtures. I think I had a couple of copies of this. Rossini, Berlioz, and Mendelssohn. There's an overture from the Midsummer Night's Dream. Again, white and gold. Stunning recording with You Are There sound quality on this very first issue, white and gold pressing with wow dynamics. Plays VG to VG plus with some sections having surface noise that does not take away from the musicality. Again, here we go. Beethoven Symphony No. 4, Joachim conducting the LSO. Very nice original EMI pressing with quiet surfaces. Rich recording of Joachim LSO performing Beethoven 4, hard to find copies in this condition. Remember, postage stamp label. So, Menuhin Klemperer, Beethoven Violin Concerto, very quiet surfaces, top copy, gorgeous 59 recording of the Beethoven Violin Concerto, very nice recording and sensational Menuhin performance supported by Klemperer, who knows this music in his soul, rich and powerful, top recommendation. Yeah, that's nice. Berlioz Overtures with Previn and the LSO, superb Bishop and Parker production. Capture Previn LSO perfectly, lush, deep sound with beautiful instrumental balance and big dynamics when they come. Top recommendation. Very quiet surfaces on original EMI pressing. Remember what I told you about this Bishop and Parker. Both are named Christopher, so it's Christopher Bishop and Christopher Parker. Christopher Bishop being the music production supervisor. Christopher Parker being the recording engineer. So we call them Bishop and Parker recordings. And there's a pattern of those recordings that make them highly sought after. Maybe, all EMI recordings are great on some level, but some are more special than others. And the Bishop and Parkers tend to be in that direction. Here is Ravel Scheherazade and Berlioz Janet Baker singing on this record with Barbaroli conducting the New Philharmonia Orchestra. Janet Baker's voice is flawless on this recording, I conclude, which is rich and lush and beautiful. Good copy of a record you never see. So that's got the Big Dog label. That's an early one. Here's Bliss, clarinet and oboe clarinet quintet and oboe quintet. Rare recording of Bliss compositions. The composer was present for the recordings, which he approved happily. Great musicianship and recording, low surface noise, nice pressing, top recommendation. Melios, members of the Melios Ensemble of London on this. And this is one of those Odeon pressings, so to speak. It's where they put a sticker over the dog and horn so that they could sell it in the United States. Still pressed by EMI though. Beecham doing, again, famous overtures. He kind of liked to do this. So here's an Odeon copy. Big sound EMI recording. Beecham doing famous overtures. Both sides play with small and random surface noise and does not correlate with the music, so it doesn't distract from the performance and enjoyment of same. Fun record, exciting, very dynamic. Odeon sticker over EMI label for export. We've seen those before. Here we're back to, this is a rare record. This is the so-called Columbia SAX records. These were pressed by EMI. Incredibly rare, original aqua and silver. I think I've shown you guys this before, but if you haven't seen it, they're kind of cool. You never see them anymore because as I told you, they're all in Asia because they're incredibly collectible. They call that aqua and silver label EMI SAX copy with nearly silent surfaces, making the piano seem to jump out of the grooves into the room. The playing and the recording are superb. Hard to imagine finding a better copy these days. Highest recommendation. So, Chopin ballads. Here we're into, this is another EMI label, Studio 2. Studio 2 stereo, the best of Eric Copes. I write original studio issue of stunning recordings of Groves conducting Liverpool Phil, performing Coates, variety, lively recordings, very nice copy, plays with quiet surfaces, and is very dynamic with nice hall sound. Top recommendation. Klemperer Brahms 4th, I love Brahms 4th, and this Klemperer edition, later EMI reissue of famous Klemperer performance, great sound and quiet surfaces. This is an Angel, it's an EMI pressing, but it's got that Angel sticker over it, remember? Again, so that they could export it to cover up the dog and horn, that trademark owned by RCA. Here's Hiawatha's Wedding Feast. This is a Greensleeve issue, again an EMI. You know, they had reissue labels, but you know what, to be honest with EMI, when they reissued things, sometimes the reissues may be a little better than the originals in some ways. Certainly they're quieter in a lot of ways, because I think vinyl got better over time. And so here's that green sleeves label. A lot of nice things. Sargent, Malcolm Sargent, conducting the Philharmonia Orchestra. So there you go. Here we are back to, this is the Elgar Symphony No. 1, Barbaroli and the Philharmonia. This is ASD 540, which would have been on a white and gold label originally, but here we've got the postage stamp label. So this is a later issue of it from the same master tapes. A later EMI pressing of the 63 direct-to-2-track recording by EMI. Beautiful Barbaroli performance. Plays VG Plus with some random surface noise and quiet passages, not objectionable. Dynamics of this recording are stunning. Top recommendation. Here we've got Ogden, Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto No. 2, second label EMI pressing. Yeah, see, that's the big dog, right? But early, with very quiet surfaces, plays near mint minus. Oh, geez. Superb playing by John Ogden. God, I remember putting this on. It was like, oh my goodness, he's right in front of me. Elgar Symphony No. 2, Falstaff. Very nice dog label, early EMI pressing with very quiet surfaces, very dynamic recording, great sound and performance. Top choice. Yeah, so that's, again, that big dog label. What is this? Yeah. All right, and we've got a couple more to go. Barbaroli conducts English string music. Nice postage stamp EMI pressing with extremely quiet surfaces, allowing the beautiful and dynamic recording to jump out of the speakers. Great copy, top recommendation. See the postage stamp dog. And then finally, we've got a dog label early EMI pressing of Elgar Enigma variations. And that's with Barbaroli and the Philharmonia again. Very quiet. The music and the recording are beautiful. Top copy, hard to find in this condition, I note. So there you are. That's that big dog label. And that's it for the offering of test pressings this week. There might be a few extras that I didn't go over, so check out, the eBay listings on test pressings. Thank you. Good luck.